next up, we wanted to speak with Drew Klein. Hi, Drew.
Hi, Sam. Happy Valentine's Day.
Well, happy Valentine's Day to you on FocusWave Center, of course. Really an interesting organization helping both men and women, Drew. And I can only imagine, I think about Valentine's Day, and I think it's not always, roses and chocolates for everyone. It can be quite stressful for some men.
For sure. First of all, did you get my Valentine's Day gift yet?
Oh, I'm waiting. I haven't.
Damn those supply chain shortages. I'm sure you've heard all the excuses. Yeah. But did anybody this morning talk about the history of this day? It's an important one.
I actually have someone coming on a little bit later to talk about the history.
Okay, well, I'm going to ruin their spot. But, I'll just let you know that, Valentine's Day is actually a religious holiday. It commemorates St. Valentine of Rome, that rebel who broke all the rules by ministering illegal weddings for persecuted Christians. And the emperor at the time, Claudius II, he pulled St. Valentine aside and he said, look, you got to stop these weddings. You have to convert to Roman paganism or I'm going to kill you. And Valentine was a sharp wit with an acid tongue, and he turned the tables on the emperor and he tried to get him to convert to Christianity. So for his smart mouth, he was jailed and executed. So how do we go from this tortured priest 1,800 years ago to tortured modern men running from flower shop to candy shop on how to best profess their undying love, and angst-ridden modern women who, for whom Valentine's Day might trigger anxiety or magnify the bad parts of their relationship is pretty ludicrous.
It is, now that you say it that way. Absolutely.
Yes, it's quite amazing how people tend to stress out about this day. Some men stress out about how much they're supposed to validate their significant other, and some women stress out if they don't, receive enough accolades, and they worry about how little they matter to their partner. And, from my point of view, Valentine's Day is a stupid commercial holiday where we're guilted into celebrating our romantic relationships. I think the reasonable solution here is to realize that every day is a day to celebrate with your significant other. You should appreciate, be thankful for the things they do for you, go the extra mile for them. Why do we need this excuse of February 14th? We don't.
I feel like you've been speaking to my producer, David Smith, because he feels the exact same way.
I think for guys out there who have wives or spouses or partners who feel underappreciated, and you enjoy the partnership you've created, you should make the extra effort today. I think it's a fair reminder, but I'm of the camp that, I celebrate my wife every day like the goddess she is, and so today is just another day on the calendar to thank somebody for the fact that she's there for us and we can consummate our love for one another.
That's very sweet, Drew, and I think this day can also provide a bit of stress maybe between two partners.
For sure. And Valentine's Day is actually an original holiday as it relates to sexual health. So FocusWave Clinic, my clinic here in Ottawa, we're at the corner of Carling and Woodruff. We treat men's sexual health conditions, specifically erectile dysfunction, Peyronie's disease, chronic pelvic pain syndrome, with an amazing medical technology, non-invasive, painless, focused shockwave therapy. So this week of the year is actually the week where the volume of ED pills sold is at the highest for the entire calendar year.
Wow.
It's a day where, our sexual wellness and performance, come to the forefront of our personal relationship. So when they say V-Day, they actually mean like Viagra Day. Pfizer loves today. And as an aside, today is also National Impotence Day. Most people don't know that, impotence being a synonym for erectile dysfunction. So it's not a holiday, but it's a day that's observed and it's meant to raise awareness for this very, very common condition.
And some people have such a hard time talking about this, and I even see it within, couples, that they don't have that conversation between themselves.
For sure, and it should be spoken about. There should not be any stigma to this, and the causes of ED tend to vary quite widely. Oftentimes they're the result of a vasculogenic issue, a blood flow issue, but they can be psychological or neurological or lifestyle issues. And so, working together with your partner is an important step to improving this condition.
And when you meet with men, are they concerned about the women in their lives?
For sure. I think concern is for most men to make sure that their partner is happy, whether it's sexually satisfied or personally satisfied. It's men tend to be many men tend to be a pleasing bunch. So absolutely, they're looking to make the improvements and the changes they need. Once they come in here, they've realized that this is the time to do it. And oftentimes, women, the wives come, they bring their men, they call for their men. It's pretty great to see the even elderly couples in their 80s coming in. That's just, to me, that's so heartwarming.
Oh, that's amazing. That's incredible. So when you think, Drew, about, all the different people that have walked in your clinic and the change really that's happened in their lives, what do you hear back that most sort of warms your heart in terms of the work that you're doing every day?
So our technology focused shockwave therapy. We're the only clinic in Ottawa. FocusWave Clinic is the only clinic in Ottawa with this specific machine, and we're very focused on treating these majorly andrological conditions, men's health, ED, Peyronie's disease, and chronic pelvic pain. So when we can make improvements in the sex lives of Ottawa men, and they come back and they tell us the stories. They share with us the successes that they've had, the improvements that they've seen. Sometimes their wives come in with them on their final appointment and thank us doubly. So it's really to me, that's the best part of what I do is seeing the success from our patients.
And I understand you also can help women with some of their issues. Walk us through that, Drew.
So we're working on some early stage trials for women to treat chronic pelvic pain, endometriosis, urinary incontinence. The studies are not very broad at this point, and so we are offering and still doing some trials right now on a small group of women to see how successful this treatment could be for them. So far, it's been going very well. We don't have the results yet, but we're hoping at some point down the road to be able to offer focused shockwave therapy to treat women's sexual health conditions as well.
Well, we'll definitely be following up on that. And I have to ask, Drew, when you sort of speak with men and they're sort of pick up the call, pick up the phone to give you a call maybe for the first time, have they sort of experienced a number of these challenges for a long time, or is it, sort of building on one another and then eventually they just pick up the phone and they're like, I can't take it anymore?
It's a combination, and we get calls from 19-year-olds all the way up to 91-year-olds, and some of them have been dealing with it for a day or two, and it panics them, and some of them have been dealing with these conditions for 15 years, and they're just figuring out that they've had enough, and they don't want to take pills, they don't want to resort to surgery or injections, which are alternatives to this treatment. So this is a safe, effective, painless way to treat these conditions, and FocusWave Clinic is treating hundreds of Ottawa men right now over the last year or so, and seeing great results.
Well, that's fantastic. I really appreciate you sharing all that with us today, and hope that you and your wife have a lovely Valentine's Day.
Let me know when you get our gift.
I will, for sure. That supply chain, I'll just I have to catch up to it. Thank you so much, Drew Klein from FocusWave Center. Appreciate that conversation today, which is an important one, and we often don't speak about men's sexual health. A really important conversation, especially today on Valentine's Day.